In today's news, two popular businesses burglarized, RVIPF confirms. With Team BVI ready ahead of the Under-23 Volleyball Championship, government hoping to re-establish prominence in super yacht market, and HLSCC to host event with Grammy Award-winning producer. Well, viewers, these and more stories when 284 News return.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Welcome viewers to the Wednesday, October 11th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Leading today's news, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force has confirmed that two popular businesses on Tortola were burglarized on Monday and Tuesday respectively, where they are Crandall's Pastry Plus of Fisher's Lane and Virgin Islands Motor Limited, which is located in Duff's Bottom. Following reports of the suspected burglaries, 284 Media reached out to the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force on Wednesday for confirmation of the reported incidents. In response, the police said, and I quote, "The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force can confirm reports received of a burglary at Crandall's Pastry after 1 a.m. on October 10th. Officers responded and are actively conducting investigations." Where they continued, police can confirm a report received of a break-in at VI Motors in the early hours of October 11th. Investigations are active, end quote. But the police said more information will be provided as it becomes available. Team BVI is ready ahead of their first match of the Under-23 Men's Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Championship this evening at the Multipurpose Sports Complex in Rotong, Tortola. The BVI will be taking on Anguilla at 8 p.m. in the second game of the doubleheader, while Grenada will face Dominica at 6 p.m. in the first game. Well, speaking at the press conference on Tuesday, the head coach of the BVI national team, Keweli Williams, said the team is ready after approximately 3 months of preparations for the competition. He said the BVI's goal is to finish in the top 3 of the tournament.
Our team has been preparing for this past 3 months. We have players ranging in ages 14 to 21 years old. Although some of these guys are young to the game, we have seen some considerable amount of improvement over the past 3 months of training. And I think the guys are pretty much ready to perform very well at this tournament. And we have high expectations, although we are not too experienced, but we're looking for a top 3 finish. I think we have that ability. Some of the guys are really talented. One of the other things that we try to do in making this team is be an all-inclusive team. So we did invite some Virgin Gorda players, and we were able to secure 1 player to the team. So I'm also inviting the Virgin Gorda crowd to come on out and support the team because we wanted to have an inclusive team.
Coach Williams also announced the 12-member team.
As we have here team captain Kimal Pancho, Frandy Martin Jr., Malcolm Christopher, Leo Hewlett, Javin Watley, Deshaun Dolly, Javon Davis, Sheldon Harry Jr., Demeron Glasgow, Jason Maduro, Jamali Ramirez, and Jadon George. So that makes up the team for BVI.
Also present at the press conference was Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley. He spoke about the benefits of having such tournaments in the territory, stating that it is the perfect example of sports tourism in the BVI.
We are very grateful to the whole NORSICA organization and the Eastern Caribbean division of the organization, and we're excited because, of course, this is one of our ambitions, is sports tourism. And volleyball is one of those sports where we have the opportunity to engage directly in sports tourism, because we have a total of, I believe, 10 teams which have traveled from near and all the way down the archipelago of islands to come here to the Virgin Islands. They have to stay in hotel, they have to eat food, they have to get transportation, and of course they'll take the opportunity to enjoy the Virgin Islands while they're here. This is what we call sports tourism in effect, and it's something which is worth our investment.
We really also took the time to encourage all residents to come out and support Team BVI.
Certainly, I would like for the entire public to be a part of this tournament and success, and to support our young men. You know, a lot of things are said about our young men. We know there's a lot going on in the territory as it pertains to our young men. But when our young men are doing things which are positive, this young man is a captain of an under-23 volleyball team. It requires commitment. It requires dedication. Some persons say there's nothing to do in the BVI, so the young people have to get in trouble. That's not true. You can join a volleyball team. You could join a basketball team, softball team, a debate team, a poetry club. There are things that you can do to keep you occupied, and I know that this is a sport that requires commitment and dedication, lots of practice, and Brother Pancho wouldn't be the captain of the team today if he didn't have that type of commitment, along with a great deal of talent.
Sharing a similar sentiment to the Premier was the president of the Virgin Islands Volleyball Association, Willis Potter. He said the BVI needs to have the largest crowd support to effectively benefit from having home court advantage.
The BVI under-23 male team. This is the first in the history of the BVI that we collected a group of young men with the level of talent that we're coming to the tournament with, and we expect to do well. Our Premier talk about coming out to support. We have a lot of islands in the BVI. So if you need to take a boat, a car, a bus, a plane, you take what you got to take, but get here. If you got to come back on horseback and donkey back, be fine. You get here. Because in our house, we have to be the biggest voice.
Meanwhile, the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association's competition manager, Brenda Allen, commended the BVI for taking on the mammoth task of hosting the regional tournament, with 10 of the 14 member countries confirming their participation in the tournament. Allen said that in itself is a huge accomplishment.
Of those 14, 10 are going to be in attendance. With the challenge of regional travel, to have 10 teams coming to the BVI, it's a great accomplishment. So we want to say congratulations to from down in the south. You've got St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Sorry. Yeah, so that's 4. You've got the of course your host. You've got Anguilla, Sable, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, Dutch St. Martin. I've got them all. So we're going to have to show them a big BVI welcome when they get here. You've already got Antigua on ground. You're going to have Dominica and St. Vincent coming in today.
Teams will represent Antigua, St. Kitts, Grenada, Dominica, St. Lucia, Anguilla, St. Vincent and Grenadines, St. Martin, Saba, and the BVI. Tickets are adults $10 each, children under 14 $5 each. And the championship game, adults will have to pay $15 each, while children under 14 $5 each. And if you want to have an all-inclusive season's pass, that will be $50. Well, up next, government hoping to re-establish prominence in super yacht market, and HLSCC to host event with Grammy Award-winning producer. With these and more stories, after a word from our sponsors.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands. Catch all the action from the 2023 NFL games with CCT Live on various channels, including ESPN Channel 412, ESPN2 Channel 413, Telemundo Channel 315, and Fox Channel 304. When you subscribe to any CCT Fire plan, you'll automatically bundle CCT Live. For more information, visit your nearest CCT store or give us a call at 444-4444. Choose CCT Live and enhance your game day experience.
This November, the sun rises on the northernmost island of the Virgin Islands and shines over an unforgettable 3-day experience. The Caribbean's most anticipated food festival, the Anegada Lobster Festival. The 24th to the 26th of November, the island's best restaurants present their best lobster dishes and other delicacies while you and 3,000 of your closest friends soak up the sun. Enjoy music from top bands, seaside activities, and win awesome prizes. There's nothing quite like the Anegada Lobster Festival. The 24th to the 26th of November. Book a room or catch a boat and be there. You'll see, it's the taste and fun you need.
When you're in need of air conditioning, installation, repairs, or replacement services, Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration has the professional technicians, equipment, parts, and ACs to get the job done right. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration carries top brands like Daikin, Aircon, Mitsubishi, and more. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located in Fish Bay. Telephone 340-4114 or 343-9511. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, providing exceptional services to the British Virgin Islands since 2015.
At VI Motors, we've got it. All your vehicles, we've got it. All your auto parts, we've got it. Everything you need, we've got it. We've got oil, in stock. We've got batteries, in stock. We've got tires, in stock. Even brakes, yes sir. Yes! VI Motors, pioneering the automotive industry in the Virgin Islands since 1966 with leading brands like Toyota, Chevy, and Honda. We even do custom orders. We have all the top brands in automotive parts as well, so you know you're getting quality. Come visit us at Duff's Bottom, Tortola. Go to our website at vimotors.com or just call us at 494-2496. Remember, VI Motors, we've got it. All your vehicles, we've got it. All your auto parts, we've got it. Everything you need, we've got it. We've got it.
Welcome back, viewers. At a recent press conference, Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley shared the outcomes of the BVI delegation's visit to the 32nd edition of the Monaco Yacht Show, a prominent global event in the super yacht industry. The delegation, which included Honorable Luz Hodge-Smith, the Junior Minister for Tourism, and Mr. John Samuel, Director of the Virgin Islands Shipping Registry, aimed to re-establish the BVI's prominence in the super yacht market. Reflecting on the visit that took place from September 27th to 30th, 2023, Wheatley acknowledged the significance of the BVI's participation in the Monaco Yacht Show.
Preliminary impressions are that this was a successful mission. The BVI delegation was able to hold a number of meetings with stakeholders and influencers to promote our destination in the super yacht market. We impressed upon them, of course, that the BVI is the sailing capital of the world. We have some of the best sailing waters with complimentary offerings such as our beautiful beaches, wondrous sceneries, our amazing dive sites, and our other offerings. We also promoted the benefits of sailing and registering the BVI.
According to the Premier, the delegation's primary objective was to engage with key stakeholders and industry influencers, positioning the BVI as the ultimate sailing destination. The Premier reiterated that while the BVI possesses a strong product and a sterling reputation, they cannot rely on complacency.
The persons we spoke with were very receptive, and I'm confident that we will generate some good business for the territory and the shipping registry from these efforts. The BVI has been a regular participant in the Monaco Yacht Show. However, we have not attended since 2017 due to the hurricanes and the COVID-19 pandemic. That is a 7-year absence from the most prestigious global forum in the super yacht industry. There's a saying that goes, out of sight is out of mind. We have to continue to aggressively market our destination and our products and offerings if we want to hold and grow our share in the market, especially since all our competitors are out and about promoting their destinations and offerings and trying to woo customers. Forums like these are also beneficial for us to see the new and emerging trends in the industry so that we can adjust our strategy accordingly.
On Thursday, October 12, 2023, at the Eileen L. Parsons Auditorium, Parkita Bay, the H. Laverty Stout Community College will be hosting a one-of-a-kind informative session with the world-renowned Grammy Award-winning producer, Gordon Commissioner Williams. Attendees will have the opportunity to meet and greet Gordon Williams and, most importantly, ask him questions about the industry and receive feedback and advice. In an exclusive interview with our Ron Grant, Williams spoke about the event and what persons can expect.
Well, I think, based on what I've already experienced being here, I think it's going to be pretty electric. I've had some great questions from students and people that I've met so far in some of the little seminars and lectures that we've done. I really want it to be an opportunity for us to communicate. As I said to the young people yesterday, growing up, I didn't have a me to talk to. So, I had to figure it out as I went on. So I want this to be an opportunity for them to get a chance to say what's on their mind.
I'm happy that you mentioned not having a you to speak to, because essentially that is perhaps one of our, I would say, downsides of the industry in general, in different industries across the board. Not all the time do persons have the opportunity and flexibility to reach out to key persons within their industries to garner feedback.
Yes.
When you look at your very illustrious career, what would you say you're most proud of?
Still being able to sit here today with you, longevity, I think, is something that, has it means more to you the longer that you stay around. And entertainment is such a fleeting thing, that, being able to still get up every day and do something that you love and also share that with people, to me, that's the greatest gift.
What would you credit that longevity to?
I think I got to really credit it to my mom. She gave me a foundation, in me watching her, kind of make it to the end of her race has also shown me that, what they say, it's not for the swift, it's those that make it to the end. So,
indeed.
Yeah.
While here, Mr. Williams will be visiting a number of schools as well as the sister islands. He took time to share what he's been up to on the island.
Basically speaking with, I spoke to faculty at the college, as well as I got a chance to go to Virgin Gorda yesterday to speak with students and young people there at the technical school, at the high school, here in Tortola at the university. And it was great. It was a chance to just introduce myself. I think I'm a person that people have heard but haven't seen. You know,
Right.
so the more that I do this work, and I think people connect the face with the person that they know from the records, it gives them and see that I'm accessible. It gives them a place to feel comfortable in asking, you know, the questions that they really want to get an answer to.
Now, you mentioned about usually not being seen, of course, because you're usually
In
behind the
studio.
scenes,
Yeah,
right?
I'm behind,
I
yeah.
want to talk about that aspect and the importance of it in making sure that the product is one that you're proud of. What is your process usually like when you're working with artists?
I think I take my role depending, you know, I'm a producer and engineer, right? Probably most known for that part.
Okay.
I think that's a process of helping to guide someone, but also following. So sometimes you need to follow what the person is doing and just maybe point them. And sometimes you need to say, okay, let's try this, or let's go here, you know, and let's see what happens. So it's kind of a guide follower, if that
Okay.
makes sense to you, yeah.
Trusting them as much as they're trusting you.
Yeah, because ultimately it's their vision. You know, they have to live with whatever it is that they create. So I'm trying to help them find that, but then I'm also thinking about, well, what am I here for? What am I hired to do? It's, you want to quote unquote hit, or you want, you know, the thing to be completed. So if that's the job, I'm trying to do that, but I'm also trying to help them get to a place that maybe is in their head that they may not know how to, you know, arrive at.
Mr. William also has a partnership with the UN, which involves work in the orange economy, which has to do with creative industries.
It's really my production company, but through Lalabella, I've done music for films, and I've also built a relationship with the UN, where we go into countries, particularly in Africa and the Caribbean, to help develop recording studios and production facilities for young people, and also help to build infrastructure. So Lalabella, as a company, is really about content creation and media production, but it's also about community development and just helping us figure us out. You know, like I said, I didn't have a chance to have a me, so now that I can do this for other people, that's what I try to do.
When it comes to Lalabella, and of course a lot of the work that you do, how important is it for you to see the culture represented in a lot of your musical pieces?
Very important. You know, I think our cultural expression, I said to somebody the other day, I said, art is the tapestry that wraps the thing that we call culture. So art that we create becomes what we now use a word to refer to it as culture, but it's really our day-to-day life. It's the beat that we walk to. It's the things that we say. It's the things that we're experiencing, whether that's in art, whether that's in music, whether that's in film or fashion, or even in something like food, gastronomy, how we prepare what we eat, you know? So what I do with Lalabella, I'm in a relationship now with the UN. I'm what they call their orange economy advisor. So the orange economy is a creative economy. Okay. So that involves music, film, fashion, art, and gastronomy.
Gordon has taken many paths during his musical career and has proven successful in many ventures. His extensive resume includes multiple Grammy Awards and numerous gold and platinum albums. He spoke about his journey as a producer and what content creators should pay more attention to.
You know, people always use the word ownership. You know, I think it's kind of maybe a bit overused, but I do still think that that's important. You know, owning what you create, finding ways to monetize what you create, and then finding ways to replicate or duplicate.
Gordon has taken many paths during his musical career and has proven successful in many ventures. His extensive resume includes multiple Grammy Awards and numerous gold and platinum albums. He spoke about his journey as a producer and what content creators should pay more attention to.
Take advantage of it for ourselves and our families, or those that are, you know, could directly benefit.
Well, if you are interested in the music and recording industry, this event is particularly for you. The registration fee is $10 per person and can be paid at the door. For more information, persons can contact Ms. Deborah Hodge at 852-7102. For the full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. Up next, conflict in Israel threatens global food and fuel prices, and CARICOM survey to inform action on mental health. These and more stories when 284 News return.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Catch all the action from the 2023 NFL games with CCT Live on various channels, including ESPN Channel 412, ESPN2 Channel 413, Telemundo Channel 315, and Fox Channel 304. When you subscribe to any CCT Fire plan, you'll automatically bundle CCT Live. For more information, visit your nearest CCT store or give us a call at 444-4444. Choose CCT Live and enhance your game day experience.
There goes my new car. Guess I'm back on my bike.
Your bike? CG offers new car replacement. Remember my monster truck days? Well, one night I attempted a 50-foot pogo double backflip. I landed it and went to karaoke. It wasn't until afterward that my car got hit by that fisherman. He gave me some great mahi-mahi though. Anyway, they paid fast and got me in a new car. Now call a cab. I want you to meet my alpaca guy.
New car replacement for the first year of ownership. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Thank you so much for sticking with us. The International Monetary Fund recently released its latest World Economic Outlook, navigating global divergences amidst the escalating Israel-Gaza conflict. But this report adds a layer of uncertainty to the global economic situation with potential implications for food and fuel prices. Pierre Oliver Gourinchas, the IMF's chief economist, highlighted the challenging growth prospects for emerging markets and developing economies. But these regions face numerous challenges, including reduced fiscal space, increasing debt vulnerabilities, exposure to shocks, and limited recovery opportunities for the COVID-19 pandemic and the Ukraine war. Gourinchas emphasized the importance of structural reforms in governance, business regulations, and the external sector to stimulate economic growth. But these initial reforms could lead to further changes in credit and labor markets and promote a green transition. The IMF report also underscores the growing impact of climate risk and geoeconomic fragmentation on the global growth. The organization expressed its condolences for the lives lost in the Israel-Gaza conflict and is closely monitoring the situation for potential economic repercussions. Gourinchas noted that a 10% rise in oil prices could result in a 0.15% decrease in global output and a 0.4% increase in global inflation in the subsequent year. However, he advised against drawing premature conclusions. The IMF's World Economic Outlook paints a picture of a global economy still recovering from the pandemic and Russia's invasion of Ukraine. However, this recovery is slow and uneven. The forecast predicts a slowdown in global growth from 3.5% last year to 3% this year and 2.9% next year. The report points out significant growth divergences among advanced economies. Despite signs of decreasing inflation, most countries are not expected to meet their inflation targets until 2025. Commodity prices could become more volatile due to climate and geopolitical shocks, posing a risk to disinflation strategies. The IMF stresses the need to rebuild fiscal buffers, including phasing out energy subsidies while protecting vulnerable populations. Gourinchas acknowledged that monetary policy remains relevant in managing energy and food price shocks, as these can influence broader inflation measures. Monetary policy can help control inflation expectations and underlying measures, ultimately protecting central banks' targets. But the Caribbean Community Secretariat, in partnership with the United Nations Children's Fund, has launched a survey on mental health and well-being issues experienced by youth across the Caribbean. The launch, which took place on October 10th, coincided with World Mental Health Day, held under the theme, Mental Health is a Universal Human Right. The results from the survey will inform activities aimed at improving the health and holistic well-being of adolescents and youth, as outlined in goal number 3 of the CARICOM Youth Development Action Plan and Sustainable Development Goal Target 3.4. Ms. Michelle Small-Bartley, Deputy Program Manager for Youth Development at CARICOM, explained that the results would be used to develop a program aimed at enhancing the capacity of youth practitioners and leaders across the region. Well, specifically, the program will help practitioners identify signs and symptoms of mental health and psychological issues among youth. Well, these trainees from the program will then serve as first responders to assist youth facing challenges that may lead to mental health, psychological, or emotional issues. She emphasized that this exercise is being implemented at a critical time for the Caribbean, as mental health and youth issues dominate discussions and agendas at regional and international conferences, including the upcoming 2023 UN Climate Change Conference. Previous studies by UNICEF as recently as 2020 found that 27% of youth respondents experienced anxiety, while 15% reported being depressed. Viewers, that's all we have for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.